I have baritone. Somebody told me recently that I sound like Bert Kreischer, and I'm gonna consider it to be a compliment, despite the fact that he's a fat alcoholic fuck.
Now, why don't you pop that top off and let's just take a look and see how visually right they are.
Pop the top off.
Pop that top off.
I don't.
Why don't you pop your shirt off?
Trying to get me naked in your house.
Pop it off.
I knew it.
Pop it right off.
Now, I don't think that my physical appearance has anything to do with how my voice sounds.
Well, yeah, no, it doesn't. But me moving this microphone around while we do this does.
Yeah, that's
now
gonna
pop that goddamn top. Do it, funny man. Let's see it.
Are you gonna make me famous?
You're gonna make yourself famous.
You want to work in showbiz, don't you?
And wasn't it like Mickey Mouse on Family Guy? Or Minnie Mouse?
Yeah, both Mickey and Minnie. Yeah.
Oh, God.
And then also the Penguin Publishing Penguin.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know who's trading sexual favors for a book deal.
With a penguin, no doubt.
Stephanie Meyer, maybe.
Hey, somebody's gotta...
Do what?
Well, they got a lot of paper.
Enable that garbage?
There's so much paper, you know? We gotta use the
fair.
paper.
Yeah, there's so many trees is the issue.
Yeah, we really gotta change that climate. All right. Well, that's the podcast, guys. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, Grindhouse Movie Club.
This was like a 2-minute burst of just nonsense. I hope that got you through your 2-minute drive to work today. Give your boss the finger for us. Peace. We're out.
Yeah. Play fucking Dead Kennedys Take This Job and Shove It and walk out middle fingers raised like Alanis Morissette when she's jilted.
We'll play the version of it that we can afford.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. You can take this job and shove it. We're the Dead Kennedys.
I think you may be mixing the genres a little.
Do it for me.
I don't know if Jello Biafra is going to be very happy about your rendition of his music.
Well, look.
He should have a name that's not Jello, because I agree.
Well, first of all, yeah. Second of all, it's an awesome name. Third of all, I'm not even going to look up how much it costs to buy that song so we can throw it in this podcast.
Oh, I'm sure it's like a tall can of Heineken and a smile in a direction. It's the Dead Kennedys. They're crust punk.
Okay, well,
You
just
give me
became
10
affordable.
cents and you buy me a round.
Hey, we're the Dead Kennedys. Do it all the time.
A handle of scotch and a cigarette.
Handle of scotch and a cigarette.
You get my whole catalog for that.
Get our whole catalog for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God. All right, welcome
I
to...
didn't know I had backing vocals.
I didn't know.
Yep.
Welcome to the podcast. Let me get comfortable in my chair so I can greet you properly. Hello, welcome to the podcast. There we go.
Get this thing right here. Good.
You got it?
Well, the thing is, sometimes I like to make eye contact with the man I'm speaking with. Mm-hmm. So that's gotta happen.
You like making contact?
Mm-hmm. Physical contact.
Oh my.
Yeah. You're gonna regret asking me to take my top off.
Please. All right, that's enough. This is Grindhouse Movie Club. It's a very serious business podcast.
That's right. We're here to discuss crypto.
Cryptocurrencies.
Give you some financial advice if you're down on your luck.
Financial advisories. We'll do a loan.
Also parental advisories, because this content is explicit.
We can cash your check for you.
Yeah. Can't guarantee you'll see the money.
No.
But we can take it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You just gotta sign it over to cash.
Mm-hmm.
We're cash.
Just endorse that check.
Endorse the fuck out of that check and sign it to cash. That's all I know about checks because I'm an adult and I don't need to have them anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Unless you need to set up automatic withdrawal for payments. It's the only time that you need checks.
And you don't even need the check. You just need the numbers on the
That's right.
What are the numbers on yours?
Oh, that's a funny question to ask me.
No, just go ahead and tell me.
I'm sure they range from 0 to 9.
I would hope so.
Yeah. You might throw like a 7 in there somewhere.
Yeah.
What I do know is that my bank has changed hands many times, but my checks are still valid for some reason.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
You know what really gets my gears?
What's that?
Do you know Tim Hortons has a financial
I did know this.
Isn't that fucked?
Can I get a large double on layaway?
You guys know I don't have any money, but here I am.
Who the fuck is paying for coffees with a credit card?
I bet you get a free coffee when you sign up.
That's the incentive?
Yeah.
That's great.
I bet you it's making a killing, too.
They probably get the order wrong anyway.
Oh, yeah, they probably don't have what you want. I went in there once, and they didn't have iced coffee, Jay. They didn't have cold coffee.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take a large regular coffee. While you're at it, throw some ice cubes in that bitch.
Do you have coffee? Has it been... Hey, have you made it? It's likely cold because you suck at keeping things hot.
Yeah, well, they have a timer. They can only keep the pot for so long.
Yeah, and then what do? They just flip that egg timer over when it when all the sand gets to the bottom, like, whoops. All right, coffee round two.
Good. That's weird.
How many lives do we got? Just keep flopping it. All right. Well, suck it, Tim Hortons. Just suck it.
You don't need a credit card.
You can't
guys.
see me right now, but trust, I'm doing the suck it motion as hard as I possibly can.
Channeling our inner, what do they call them? Fucking Generation X? The wrestling team?
Oh, probably.
Something?
I don't know.
They used to do that. It was like Shawn Michaels or Triple H or something.
I thought that was just the thing that everybody who liked wrestling did.
I think that's where it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where it came from.
It definitely did, but then I think it just became a universal thing for getting it sucked.
Yeah, you're motioning. Like you're trying to land a plane.
And the plane is anybody's mouth, really.
Just a mouth,
an open mouth.
Yeah.
On the tarmac, and the tarmac is your pubis.
Ooh.
The tarmac is your mound.
Not the word I would have chosen. Neither of those.
No.
Shelf. Fupa.
Go to grindhousemovie.club.
Go right
and
there.
get away from this. Just go. Type it into your browser. See what's up. Buy a shirt. Buy a goddamn shirt.
Flying low here. Nobody told me.
I'm always flying low at this point. Who cares? If you're looking, it's your problem.
Yeah. Why are you? So I was working on a job site with a bunch of drywall and ceiling tile guys and painters.
Oh yeah, good. I'm glad they were working there.
And one of the guys there had. Now I'm the plumber, but for some reason people like to have their cracks out more than mine would ever be.
And we thank you for keeping your belt tight.
Oh, let me tell you, one of my worst nightmares is having my ass visible.
Oh yeah, you don't want to be the stereotype. Daylight. Heaven forbid you be a stereotype, Jay.
That's right.
I would hate for people to stereotype you.
This in particular gentleman had very colorful rainbow pattern tie-dye boxers on. Now, I would not personally have noticed had it not been pointed out by one of the drywallers when he walked by. What is that, your Pride underwear?
Oh my God.
Not a good start. And then the gentleman who was wearing the undergarment said, I don't know if I appreciate you checking me out like that. And then the guy, in a stellar move to redeem himself, goes, well, it's pretty hard not to. You're just so fucking sexy. And that was the end of the exchange.
They fucked later.
Yeah, probably. I wonder if he took his glasses off for it.
I really enjoy that, yeah, sure, a home can be a safe space, but the people building it.
No. Oh, not only, this was an elementary school. How much better is that?
What are you, different? Well, you're about to hear about it all day.
Oh, man.
Grindhousemovie.club. It's a safe space where you can listen to this podcast and buy one shirt. And all right, I think that's the plan.
Sick.
Thanks, Andrew, for making the theme song.
Grindhousemovie.club. Go there and look at all the shirt.
Hard T on that one.
Yeah, I really wanted to channel my inner Marilyn Manson when he speaks.
Does he have hard T's?
Yeah, oh, fuck yeah, he does.
I don't know. I can't not look at his
hard
eyeballs.
Hard T's and hard P's, probably, because he's old.
Yeah. I mean, probably soft P's if he's old.
Probably really laborious P's.
Long, tedious P's. Hot, tedious.
Mm-hmm. Well, lukewarm and stony.
I was going to say real yellow, because he doesn't drink water. Look at him.
No.
You think Marilyn Manson drinks water? I don't know.
Fucking, the only liquid he puts in his body is liquid cocaine, probably.
Which is an energy drink from a long time ago. I think, right?
I have no idea. Maybe.
Pretty sure there was one that was just called cocaine. And I saw it once, and I'm like, I'm not even going to get that. That's going to taste, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
It's a bad drink right there.
It's probably got sediment in it.
It's probably like when energy drinks first started, and they're just like, call it whatever. Just get it out of here.
Just call it something that makes people hyper. It'll get the message across.
Methamphetamines.
Yeah.
The drink.
Pure adrenaline.
I can't think of it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, what movie did we do for the podcast this week?
Well, we really ran that dry.
Yeah.
Well, this week, Jay, look, we've been hitting some real nice, real dingers.
Right.
We've been knocking them out of the park lately.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to do The Exorcist because what you need is a long, drawn-out movie.
Yeah, this movie is like fucking taffy.
The more you pull on it, the longer it gets.
Yeah, and fucking William Friedkin sure can pull.
I don't know who.
It's the director.
Okay, I don't know. I had a hard time keeping track of all the people in this movie.
There's only like 5.
But then there's like butlers and
fuck them though.
And movie directors and butlers and butlers and butlers.
Yeah. Well, there's like one. There's a bunch, but there's one that's important. His name is Carl.
And he is not a Nazi.
No, he is very not. As a matter of fact, if you accuse him of being one, he gets quite upset.
Oh, yeah, which...
Rightfully.
I mean, yeah, but also... Are you sure, man? You seem pretty upset.
I do think some of them went to Switzerland after the ordeal.
Yeah, the ordeal, yes. Yes! The Exorcist, 1973.
Yes.
Times were different.
Doctors would smoke while checking, administering checkups to 12-year-old patients.
People would just say things that these days would make you go, well, hold on a minute. I'm gonna need to hear a little bit more about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then are just fine and continue about their day.
Yep.
A lot of concerning things going on. Do you have 2 sentences or less to put everybody at ease?
Howdy turns any part of the ship into fucking a mess hall. Captain Howdy. I don't know. That's it.
Yeah, that's fine.
William Friedkin really is good at cobbling together a list of the most horrible possible things a child could say.
Oh, he sure is.
It's just like his favorite thing to do.
Oh my God, he's the king of making me go, whoa!
Hang on.
Hold up a minute. Holy guacamole. You can't say that on television.
Oh,
Jesus Christ!
Let alone have a preteen say it,
and then doing
over
the things,
and over, and yeah,
the things and the things. Okay, well,
that scene, Matt, was 12 minutes, I believe, longer than that,
and it was in the film.
They cut another 12 minutes off of that scene.
Well, what else could?
Well, she probably finished.
No. I mean, at some point you just gonna be like, all right, cut.
Yeah, I think we got the material.
It's been 6 to 7 of this. We'll splice in some reactions. Let's get the hell out of here.
Fucking 12 seconds, but I certainly hope it was 12 seconds. Good God.
My 2 sentences, I got this is like there's like 45 minutes of ignoring very, very important things your child is saying, and then 2 hours of priests trying to deal with it.
Yep.
But not really wanting to deal with it or trying to deal with it at all.
Essentially being strong-armed into dealing with it.
Basically being like, look, I'm a priest and I don't even know about this. And then knowing exactly everything there is to know about it. Whoopsie daisy.
Having much more information than you let on.
Look, I don't
know why you would lie to a single mom like that. Any 416 number can fuck right off. I don't know anybody with that number.
Any phone number can fuck right off. If it's calling me.
Fucking text me.
My phone's broken now, so
great.
My microphone doesn't work, so don't call me.
Yeah. Unless you want to hear silence.
Yeah. Don't call me. Just don't. Anyway, The Exorcist.
So how does The Exorcist start? You could tell that it's pre 9/11 because this is very Middle Eastern music.
Holy guacamole.
And we're in Iraq.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, yeah, before
Belly of the Beast, right there.
Before it was like Iraq, I was like, what am I watching? Aladdin meets the Lion King here? There's just like a shot of the sun and like the deserts and stuff. Like,
and there's a child running around, which I thought, like I said to you, he should be stealing bread.
Yeah, there's so it's like
and offering it to children.
There's like a group of people that they're either digging up like ancient Mesopotamia, or something.
We're trying to find Noah's Ark in Iraq.
I don't know what they're doing, but they're digging up something big.
This guy is a priest whose job it is to essentially travel around the world and dig up old tombs, and then be surprised when demons show up. What the fuck do you expect?
Yeah, it's really
If you open up a beehive and you get stung, you don't get to go, I wasn't expecting that.
There's a lot of this movie I didn't get the whole beginning to this movie because it's like, again, they're not like, well, here's the Exorcist. They're
No,
like,
you don't get any information.
There's like, here's a man who really needs pills.
Yeah. I don't like, and you'll watch him slowly deteriorate into Parkinson's.
I like, yeah, so it's like, okay, so just a picture of what they're on is a mound. Mm-hmm. They call it a mound. It's a mound. Yep. It's a big thing of dirt, and there's many people digging, and you can see that they're unearthing like ruins.
Yeah, plenty.
Like a city. And this kid runs up to this guy, and he's like, hey, we found some little things. Now, without context, you're like, who gives a fuck?
What is it, arrowheads?
Do you not see what we're doing?
This is a massive dig site. Yeah. I don't give a shit about your tchotchke.
Yeah. Little thing. Where did you even find little things?
This fucking priest, his name is Marin, we learn later, but is not even interested in the box of things they dug up. He's far more interested in the fucking deep, dark hole that he sticks his bare hand into like snakes don't exist.
It's not even that deep. It's not that deep.
I was deep enough for a snake to chill in.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, like, I like that he's like, here, I found all these things, arrowheads and lamps. Didn't see a fucking lamp in there.
No.
And then he's like, well, I like this. He's like, well, don't look at that. That's not even from the right period. Although we're going to see that throughout the film for no fucking reason.
Yeah, we sure are. Thanks for grabbing that little tchotchke.
Yep. And then, so he's like, all right, well, that's fine. And he moves 2 rocks in a hole, and then he has a pickaxe, and he just jams it in there and wiggles it.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
And then he pulls out a rock, and he's like, well, here it is right here. This is what we've been looking for.
It's a weirdly shaped rock. I'm sure it's supposed to be some kind of fucking, what's that called? It was
like a carving of some
religious
kind.
idol.
Yeah.
Of some form.
He brushes it with a brush for all of like 2 seconds, and then he just like snaps the dirt off like an animal. Just fucking manhandles it.
That's how you do it. Did you not know that? Jurassic Park got it wrong. There's no delicacy in archaeology whatsoever. You essentially hit things with a hammer until you're rich.
There's no delicacy. There's just like alleyways of people slamming things together.
Like everybody's building legs of a chair in Iraq on the floor.
Yeah, any alleyway you turn down, it's just people, and their job is just banging 2 things together.
Yeah, and having no teeth.
Well, yeah, because they lost it, because all the things shoot off the stuff they're banging together, Jay.
Well, bang with your mouth closed.
Bang with vigor. So here we are. I guess we're at a cafe now. I don't know.
Yeah, he's fucking just looking at that trinket, the weird coin with the fucking Egyptian writing on it.
And just needing pills.
Yeah, which look like amphetamines, to be honest, or quaaludes.
They sure do. They don't look medical.
No.
There's no...
Well, that's like a fucking chewing tobacco tin that he's got him in.
And it looks like an artifact. It looks like something he pulled out of the fucking ark.
That's why he's digging. He's got too many pills and not enough containers.
I need more ancient containers.
I need one for every day of the week so I don't forget.
Oh God. So yeah, and I don't know. And then he just goes down this alleyway. And you know what? I watched this movie at like 10 a.m.
Yeah.
You know what's really great at 10 a.m.?
A loud stagecoach?
That and 3 Arabic men slamming hammers on an anvil over and over again.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't even done my coffee.
Thanks for the morning headache.
Yeah. So he wanders down this alleyway, and then he almost gets run over by the loudest stagecoach.
How did you not hear that?
By the way,
it's around a corner and like right out in the. Oh, you fucking hear that from 3 country blocks away.
It's a fucking stagecoach hauling Senator Palpatine. It's fucking right there for no reason.
The shriveledest old lady in all of Iraq.
Oh my God, where are you going?
To her grave.
No, sorry, he's Emperor Palpatine. I think that's my mistake.
How dare you?
Oh my God. So yeah,
almost as bad as misgendering.
I was like, oh well, there's the bad guy in the movie. Nope.
Is this Indiana Jones?
Fucking Palpatine is never seen again.
No.
And then and then he just pulls up to some more ruins.
Yeah.
This whole place is just
cool.
First of all, I mean, it's not their fault they're ruined. Can we just call them something else? Like ruins? It's still a building.
The architecturally disadvantaged.
There you go. Crumbles.
Yeah. Crumbles.
So yeah, the people like point guns at him. And he's like, "Hey, what's up? No big deal. I'm just a white guy here in Iraq.
I'm the guy. It's cool. You can tell from my safari hat that I'm the guy.
I'm here for the demon snake cock.
Yeah.
Oh, right this way."
And yeah, there's dogs fighting in the distance, but he chooses to just stare at a statue ominously instead. Watch the show.
And okay, so his eyes are super blue. Were they always blue? I didn't bother to go look.
I think.
Or is that like a possession thing? Or is it?
Oh, I don't think he ever was possessed.
I don't know. Well, he looks at this fucking
I
dick.
think he just unleashed a demon and then let it go into a 12-year-old.
Yeah, like, well, what the fuck is going on here?
I haven't a clue.
So-
I don't know what any of this sequence has to do with a 12-year-old in fucking Georgetown, Washington.
Because first of all, I was like, so this rock he's obviously this girl gets it at some point.
Does she? Though?
No,
Exactly.
it just appears at some point.
at the bottom of the stairs.
And then he's like, gee, then there's a demon with a fucking, just a coat hook. You hang many jackets on, and it's like a snake wrapped around it. And he looks at that, and he's like, well, that's something.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see that later, right?
Only in frame perfect flashes that if you blink you'll miss.
Yeah, there was a lot of those.
There were.
Anyway.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's fine though.
And the just dogs
Oh,
fighting.
because the demons are ever present.
Maybe.
That's every time there's a slow zoom, it's a demon operating the camera. So for half this movie, there's a demon operating the camera.
Every time a dog fights, a demon gets its wings. and it's just dog barking and demon zooms. That's all we got here.
Perfect.
That's the movie, guys. Thanks for listening.
Really dancing around the fact that for the most part, nothing fucking happens in this movie. Mm-hmm. Not anything really worth talking about.
No.
But it's a good movie. Like, it's a good movie to watch.
Yeah, do
and
watch it.
I recommend it highly.
Oh, for sure.
But damn if describing it isn't almost as boring as watching it.
I wrote a lot of times, I just wrote priest stuff.
Yep.
I don't care what they're doing,
No.
but describing it to you is just going to be priest stuff.
This is 1973 when horror movies actually had, like, deeper plots and character development. You actually get to know these people.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, they're boring people.
Oh, yeah.
They're not very interesting. What the fucking main priest doesn't believe in God anymore because he's bored of it. There's an actress, and that's mom, and the kid kind of just is one.
Yep.
Great. You got a weird predatory director, but that's every director, so it's not even a surprise.
And you got a slew of butlers.
Yeah, just Butler City.
And, like, I don't know, a nanny or an assistant. Somebody who's caretaking for this daughter.
Yeah.
I thought it was her daughter. I thought she had two daughters or a sister. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But here we are in Georgetown, wherever the hell that is. I'll tell you what, if you squint your eyes, it's Hamilton, Ontario. Picture the hammer, and you've got yourself a Georgetown.
Oh my God. It's Washington, right? Home of Nirvana.
Home of, I was going to say Forks, but I think that's not. I think that's Oregon.
It would make sense for it to be Oregon, the most drug-addicted, boringest state.
Well, it's also where the Twilight takes place, so.
Great.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
I'm just trying to bring it full circle.
Dreary area is my point.
Yeah.
Depressing Washington.
So.
This fucking actress is in a movie about school protest.
Is that what it is? I don't know.
Who cares?
She's like having a cigarette in bed, or she's toying with the idea of one.
Yeah.
She's like going over some notes.
Least relevant backstories to these characters. And I understand. It's based on a book. I want you to know that. And
okay.
The book is somehow much longer.
Impossible. So she gets out of bed and wears the weirdest pajamas you've ever seen.
Yeah. Immediately scraping in the attic hatch. Now, when I picked this movie on the list last week, it was because there's a Ouija board. Just like in Paranormal Activity.
Which is hilarious.
If I had remembered, I would also have said, also attic hatch. Because you never you can't trust the noises in the attic.
No.
I don't. The second I see the hatch, and I go, there better not be any fucking noises up there. And the second I hear one, moving. Moving towns.
Yeah. I'm not going to poke my head up there and figure out what it is.
No, it's never anything good. Pictures or like magazines that you don't want your kids to find.
Stuff from the previous owner that is illegal.
Children that are locked in there.
People who just live in your house and you don't know about them.
Jews. It's an Anne Frank joke. You're just gonna marinate in that, huh? That's fine.
Georgetown.
Or like Georgetown.
Something's thudding around up there, huh?
Yeah.
And so she, instead of investigating, she just checks on her child.
Yeah. And chalks it up to rats. Now, you have 3 butlers. This is an immaculately clean home. I wouldn't think rats right away. I would think person.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
How come my daughter's window is open half the time and I don't know that?
Yeah, who's coming in and out of this window? Person.
Exactly.
And
no, thank you.
Like, they haven't bothered you to this point. Don't anger them now. So this child fucking loves Charlie Brown.
Okay.
It's my just observation.
I didn't notice.
I don't know, she's got a statue of Charlie Brown, and that's like staring at her while she sleeps.
A statue of Charlie Brown.
It's on her bedside table. I saw it there.
Okay.
She clearly loves Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
That was brand new back then.
And also very very wholesome and strongly religious.
Sure.
Which you think Charlie Brown would help save her from being possessed then, but
nah.
He doesn't do fuck all except for be bald as a child, which is just weird. Like Caillou.
And hangs out with a dude who is just a dust cloud. What the fuck?
That?
Get better friends.
And a dog and a bird.
I don't know how that dog didn't eat that bird.
I don't know how that dog had adventures of its own.
You're raising some good points here. So the breakfast time, I don't know what happened, if it went from night to day or if this was just morning, but it's breakfast time now.
That's good.
This is where you discover these people aren't her parents, but butlers.
Yeah.
I thought they were butlers.
Well, Mom is a busy actress who gets invited to the White House for some reason.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was sarcasm or not.
I don't know. She was pretty blasé about it, like as if it wasn't a big deal. You're going to fucking meet the president.
Yeah.
What actor on earth gets invited to the White House unless there's like some kind of Monica Lewinsky situation going on? She's recently divorced, man.
Yeah?
Who was the president then?
Like,
she obviously is fucking horny and hard for either current or former presidents because all she wants to do for her daughter's fucking birthday is go look at the Robert E. Lee statue in Washington. This is great.
What?
Hey, you're turning 13. What do you want for your birthday? Well, let's go see the Lincoln fucking Memorial.
You wanna come guard the door while Mommy flicks her bean behind the Lincoln Memorial?
Stay in the car and lock the doors. We're in Washington.
Or as I call it,
Heroin Town? Because that's what I would call it.
Splitsville.
Split.
As in Mommy's splitting it all over town.
Yeah. Oh, I'm splitting it. Anytime I see Abe Lincoln, 40 I don't know.
Yep.
Squirts ago? There we go. I made it. It's all good.
That's a lot of liquid.
I've been up since 2:30 in the morning.
So, yeah, she tells this guy, hey, there's rats in the attic. He's like, no rats.
No rats.
There's no rats there.
I as totally and definitely not a Nazi, have spent my share of time exploring attics, and I can confirm you there's no rats in there.
No. No, don't say that.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Fucking acting.
Yeah, now we're on a movie set.
Some acting happens.
This movie could be about literally anything. Who gives a shit?
Damian Karras, the main priest in the film, is just in the audience for a brief moment,
Yeah,
and then
looking.
we get a bunch of shots of him. I guess the movie's trying to indicate that he's lost his faith, but really they just paint him as kind of an asshole.
Hey.
Like, he doesn't give money to homeless people at the subway.
Well, why would you?
He doesn't even acknowledge their existence aside from staring at them for an uncomfortable amount of time.
Well, I mean, the guy's like, hey, I used to be Catholic. Used to? Well, you just lost yourself one petting.
Shit.
Because I don't know if we're in England or not yet. Seems like we might be.
He did have an Irish accent.
Something like that.
Immigration.
He also had fucking bright blue eyes.
Yeah, everybody's got bright blue eyes except for Reagan's, who are green when the demon hits. Everything turns green when that demon hits.
Yeah, that demon slaps a little differently. Because it almost breaks her mom's fucking neck. Oh, dude, a t-shirt and it's
Holy
just Reagan
fuck.
and it's like, this shit slaps. And then it's just her mom's neck.
Amazing. Aside from that, yeah, he walks by like two kids committing a crime.
Oh.
Vandalizing a parked car and does nothing.
So, like, right now he's walking down what you would call a bad street.
Yes.
Like, it's not a bad street. It's the worst street. It's what streets are right before they're, like, rubble and war zones.
That's right. This is England right after World War II.
This is like right before it hits 8 Mile. This is mile 7 right here.
You cross a set of train tracks and somehow it gets worse anyway.
And so here we are. We're walking into some building and dropping our shit like we own the place.
Yeah.
I see. So here I was. My impression is like I'm looking around. Obviously, that's not Sylvester Stallone there. That's him as a boxer, because he's...
That's right.
Look at him. He looks like Sylvester Stallone a little bit.
A little, yeah.
And you're like, oh, here's
They even fucking call attention to it in the movie for no reason.
Yeah, there's this fucking tiny bed. And this is so sad he lives here.
Mm-hmm.
It's this tiny little bed right next to the door. I can't believe he would choose to live here. And then he's like, hey, Ma. I'm like, oh my God, who the fuck else lives here?
Well,
no,
his mother.
Just a huge-ass apartment, and her mom puts the bed right next to... This is his mom's apartment.
I didn't even think about that.
She doesn't even fucking sleep in the bed. She sleeps in the chair with the radio on.
There's 2 sliding doors, which, I mean, you would get privacy. But no, I just want you to be able to walk into my bedroom.
Yeah, I want anybody who comes in to find me sleeping immediately.
Start in my bedroom.
Yeah. You might as well get me right away. Here I am.
This is when you learn that this priest, well, he's a walking feta cheese, isn't he? He's very Greek, this man.
Oh my God, you could have said Olive Garden or something. Just feta. Okay.
Well, there's a fucking brick of it on the table.
Is there? I don't know. I wasn't looking at the table.
All she does is fucking all Karis's mom does.
Diggity
God, I don't know why that was so difficult for me to say. Holy shit. Is complain about how little she wants to be in a home. She really doesn't want to be in a home at all.
Oh my God, she really doesn't want to be in. And he's like, hey, what if I put you somewhere?
What if I just fucking put you away for you?
Put me where?
Let me have my broken leg at home with nobody to look after it.
Yeah, it's stinking just fine. I've gotten used to the stink of the open flesh wound.
Ew.
Ma, let's just put some on that. No!
Will you stop walking up and down the stairs on that compound fracture, mother?
Every day I throw myself out of bed. And I crawl over to the coffee pot and I flick the radio on and I say, where's your father? How come you've left me here? She immediately just starts blaming him for the situation that she's in. And yeah, why did you put your mom in this?
I mean, fair, number one, but number two, she's not really enthusiastic about going anywhere else either. She's like, this is my home. Where else would I go?
To
a better
one? An old age one.
To a place where you can go outside without being mugged by teens?
One where there's a high fence around it so you can't just go places. One where people wheel you around in a chair.
People monitor and limit the amount of milk in your fridge.
People who give you pills.
Yeah. Whether or not you want them. Either you're going to take them or they're going to get ground into your mush when you blink.
Where everybody knows your name. And anyway, that's an old age home we're describing. And yeah, she's just like, please don't put me there.
I'm old.
I don't want to go. And he's like, nah, Mom, come on.
So now we're in a basement.
I guess so, huh?
Now we're in the basement of Chris and Reagan's house. Chris, by the way, is the female lead, played by Ellen Burstyn.
Sure.
Don't know why they gave her a guy's name, but they chose to.
Okay, names.
And you don't ever get to, what would you call her? What do you have in her notes?
Mom?
Okay, Mom. Fucking...
Mom, daughter?
Yeah.
Lady? Butlers?
Daughter finds a Ouija board in a closet in the basement that Mom had no idea was there. That's a bit of an oversight.
Yeah. And she just leaves it out raw dog.
Yeah, and she's been using it to contact a man named Captain Howdy, which I've heard some bad demon names in my time. The Bye-Bye Man, Zozo. But Captain Howdy, let me tell you, what spawn of Satan would elect to call himself the name of a childhood television show, probably?
Yeah, I kind of wrote that. How did you come to that name? Like, where she's like, well, is your name this? No.
Also,
is your name this? No. Is your name Captain Howdy? Fine.
Sick of this 20 questions. I certainly hope that's how it happened instead of making the demon have to spell that out. Or the Ouija board for an hour and all I got was his name.
Oh my God. So she's like, yeah, do you know how to play? And Mom's like, oh yeah, you need 2 people. Let me help. And she's like, no, you don't. Watch. Get out of the house. Go far. Go as far as you can.
Holy shit.
Take your daughter. Leave the board.
Leave the board, and you know what, man? Maybe leave the daughter.
Yeah.
It might be too late.
She's like, she goes to touch the thing, and the thing shoots out of her hand and goes right to no.
Yeah.
Go!
Leave.
She didn't push it, and you were there. You saw it.
Her fingers did not move.
Get the fuck out of this house.
Holy shit. You got shit in the attic, and you got planchettes moving around on your ping pong table.
Oh my God.
How many fucking more red ghosty flags do you need? How many more white sheets do you need?
And his name is Captain Howdy.
Yeah.
Sounds like a pedophile ghost.
Captain Howdy plays with me alone in the basement. I don't even need you here, Mom. And now, so a couple correlations there. You got fucking Captain Howdy that this young girl is speaking to in private. And, yeah, we went on a walk, and I rode this man's horse for half an hour.
Oh my god. Yeah, I wrote that. That was like the first concerning thing that anybody says. And she's like, well, maybe we'll get you a horse. You like riding strangers' horses?
Yeah, he let me ride his horse, in quotation marks.
He took me away on a horse for half an hour, Mom.
Yeah, it was great.
I don't want to hear anything further. Don't tell me anything else. We'll get you a horse. Absolutely. You're my daughter, and I do not care about you. You want to get kicked in the fucking head? Absolutely. We'll get you a horse when we move back to wherever the fuck it is we came from.
I don't know where. I don't think they specify.
I think they mumbled it, but
Something about Europe.
I didn't give a shit enough to know. Her dad's in Europe because they're divorced.
That makes sense.
Divorce.
I guess. A sin in the eyes of God. No wonder you're getting possessed by demons.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to just grin and bear that.
Fucking possessive demons. Yeah, that I don't even know where that conversation. I think it happens towards the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
But that is a conversation, and I went, "Wow, are you not gonna be like, hey,
no,
where's this man? Like,
later on, the homicide detective, shows up and goes, well, my only thought about this guy's death was that some very, very strong man was in your daughter's bedroom while you weren't home. And we just leave it at that. We just leave that possibility in the ether, and we don't explore that further.
We dust our hands off. The case is closed.
Cool. Well, I was just in there, and he's not there now.
Well, he got away.
She's doing a lot of things that victims of sexual assault do.
Welcome to the 1970s, where, we didn't see him do it. He got away.
My drunk director friend who called the help a Nazi spent some time in the bedroom alone with my daughter.
Huh. And now he's dead, huh?
Yeah.
That was different. Something.
Moving on.
You don't see that every fucking day.
Fuck.
So yeah, let's play with Captain Howdy.
Yeah, sure.
Let's ask Captain Howdy if he's got the hots for Mom.
The mom's a little lonely since the divorce.
Yeah, you want to fuck my mom, ghost? You want to ghost fuck my mom in the toilet? And there's just no answer because the ghost is rude. Not even like a nah. Just I'm not even gonna answer.
I'm not even. Yeah, I don't want to be a part of this.
I'm not playing this game. You know where I live. So yeah.
Also, like, impatient as fuck because they only waited like 5 seconds for a response. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they got to drum up a little energy to move a board.
Sorry, Mom. I guess you don't want to fuck you.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
What a good wingman my daughter is.
So may I set the scene for this next scene?
Oh, for bedtime?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, after bedtime.
I just want to point out that Reagan is too young to be, and again, biting her lip at the idea of going to see the Robert E. Lee statue in the morning.
Did she do that?
Oh, yeah, it's a long one, too.
By the way, you keep saying Robert. Did they say Robert E. Lee?
Well, they called it the Lee Memorial, but I assume it's Robert E. Lee. I don't know. The Civil War was everywhere.
I feel like he was on the dark side.
Yeah.
The Confederacy.
Ooh.
Robert E. Lee. If I remember,
no, you're right.
I'm trying to remember the episode of Family Guy where it's like season 2 where they have to go into witness protection, so they move to the South and they see a reenactment. And
yeah, one of them's drunk and the other isn't.
Yeah, and no, you know what? I think Robert E. Lee's the good guy.
Okay.
No, because they make the good guy come in and he's like, Robert E. Lee, I was out fucking your wife.
That's right.
And he's supposed to be the calm guy. He's like, hey, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Confederacy.
Whoops.
Either way.
So the opposite of reality.
I don't fucking because
either way, there's a fucking goddamn memorial in Washington that, despite living there for weeks and months now, they haven't visited.
And the South believes they won the war and they didn't. I mean, that's the point you want to take from that.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, that happens. What do you want to do for your birthday? You want to go do boring shit?
Fuck yeah, Mom.
Yeah, we haven't done that boring shit yet. Well, let's do it on my birthday, Mother.
Yeah. Most kids like fun things, but yeah, I'll go look at some stone.
I was thinking 5-pin bowling, but you know what? Let's go look at dead presidents.
If there's one thing I like on my 13th birthday, it's a history lesson.
When you said dead president's mom, I thought that was just going to be money in my birthday
Yeah, I
card.
thought it was cash under my pillow.
Fuck is this?
Do I have to start pulling my teeth out, mother?
All right, so this next scene.
Yeah.
2 priests walk into a bar, and one is very worried about leaving his elderly mother alone.
This is a great setup. I can't wait for the punchline.
The other one says, it's fine. I don't think he had much concern.
No.
That's the fucking scene.
Yeah, great. I don't believe in God anymore.
Yeah, I've called you here today to be like, I'm done. I'm done with this Christ
When
bullshit.
people lose their faith, I don't think that they literally say, I've lost my faith. I think probably what they say is, I feel like God has left me.
My faith is lost.
Yeah.
Lost. Yes. Or maybe like, I've heard enough of this bullshit.
Yeah.
God's fake.
Huh. I almost got struck by lightning the other day, and I had a bit of a realization about how much of my life I've wasted in the priesthood.
Wasted.
You look inside, the scene where he's fucking drunk in the seminary and his friend comes, tucks him into bed and calls him an asshole?
Is it a seminary or does he live in a college dorm?
Well, I think that's, what it is.
Because, I think they explained that his office is at this dormitory.
Okay. Why is there a bed there?
Because it's a dormitory. I feel like it's like a Catholic school, maybe.
Anyway, the filthiest fucking shit. Also, it must not be very lucrative to be a priest.
No. I don't think they get paid.
It must be like a rule. I don't know.
Okay, so they gotta get paid. You can't just not get paid. You
can't, how employment works.
You can't just you can't have a life of doing this.
Is church a nonprofit organization?
I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't go there.
It's a great question.
I'm not gonna go there to find out.
No, I get kicked out.
So he explains he's done with it. And now we cut to Mom, and she's fucking steaming.
Yeah, Dad forgot to call on birthday.
Is that what this is about?
Yeah.
Okay, and she's trying to connect to Rome.
I was listening between the lines of a grown woman belittling customer service, even though they have really no control over whether or not somebody answers the phone.
Yeah.
What's it like at a restaurant with this woman?
What are you, illiterate? Make my husband pick up the phone.
Also, she's not the friendliest to her own fucking waitstaff.
No.
A lot of the time.
Well, no. Her fucking daughter pisses on the floor. And she's like, well, that's my daughter.
Aw, shucks, guys.
Get down there and clean that piss up.
That's why, I wanted her to fucking put her face in it, hit her with a newspaper, like Scary Movie,
Somebody oughta. So, here we are.
Yeah, that's it. Our dad missed the birthday call, and Reagan overhears it. There's still noise in the attic, so let's grab a candle and take a gander at that.
Yep. Oh, we wake up. Reagan's in bed because her bed is shaking. Reagan. Reagan.
Once again, either someone's in there or she's having thoughts about Robert E. Lee. I was annoyed by the attic scene because she's got this candle and all of a sudden it turns into a fucking flamethrower.
Yeah.
And then she turns around and Carl's just there, and then she behaves like it's his fault. Is Carl made of fucking lighter fluid?
I fucking wrote that down. It's just like, her candle almost explodes. She started, don't fucking do that, Carl.
Don't do what? Ensure the safety of the person I'm in charge of?
Don't come investigate why the attic door is open, you piece of shit.
I hate the way you just did your job like that.
Yeah, how dare you keep your house in order?
Fuck's sake.
But she goes up there and there's rat traps. So obviously Carl, despite knowing there's no rats, is like, you bitch, I got your fucking rat traps right here.
Yeah, maliciously complying by putting a very minuscule amount of cheese in those traps.
Hey.
Oh, I'll put the rat traps out, but let me tell you.
It's expensive cheese.
Yeah. Well, everything in the fucking rich-ass house is expensive, I'm sure.
You know they don't keep bad cheese around. There's no need.
No.
They don't have days where I'd like to enjoy this cheese, so I'll have the nice cheese.
Yeah.
No,
it's all nice cheese.
Put the gold feta on the sandwich with ham.
The gold flaked feta.
Yeah, put the Havarti. I can't. What's a nice cheese? The barrel aged.
Oh yeah,
Havarti.
The centuries old Parmesan wheel.
Yeah, I'll put that on my spaghetti.
Yeah, my spaghetti that I also have ketchup in. Because Americans.
Anyway, she's walking around with a fucking candlestick.
Yeah.
Carl's got a flashlight. Where did you get this candlestick from?
It's not 1873.
She's up there like fucking Scrooge McDuck.
Fucking Jack be nimble.
Just being a miser.
Can't jump over a demon, though. Cut right to, who the fuck had the time to defile the Virgin Mary like this? There's no context for why Why the Virgin Mary in a church suddenly has Hellboy's horns for tits and a dick. This fucking...
Oh my god, horrible
this thorny, gnarled hammer like a fucking tree in a bog.
Uncircumcised to a point, like sharpened. Like they pulled the skin tight and then like snipped it and held it there.
It's got a twist tie on it.
Yeah, just horrible tits on that thing.
There's no reason for that. Like, why did that happen? It never gets explained why that happened.
Nope. They bring it up later like, well, somebody did it. We fucking know Reagan had a hand in it because it looks like the paper mache she was crafting with before we did the Ouija board thing.
How'd she get there?
I don't know, but it's orange paint like that dinosaur had on it. I don't fucking know.
We're just gonna blame Reagan.
Why did the movie start in Iraq?
That's a great question.
Why
is the priest, when he's asleep, having dreams of the same demon that's possessing a girl he's never met?
Why are there flash frames of fucking Nosferatu just peppered in this goddamn film like it's a scary thing?
I read on the trivia page that those were failed makeup tests for the demon.
Well,
so they just reused the fucking cutting room floor footage for funsies.
Yeah. Hey, we just... You know, they worked really hard on this. Wouldn't it be funny if we just didn't see the demon, but we got the footage?
We got it. We can't not use it.
What if
I already cut out 12 minutes of a little girl jilling off.
What if instead of being a scare, we just throw it in there, and if you blink, you don't see it, you know?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's the 70s. This is the kind of thing that scares people. Just a face. For no fucking reason.
So because Reagan's bed is shaking ostensibly, let's go get her brain examined.
Yeah. Let's
That's
go.
not an overreaction at all. We're gonna run her through a battery of invasive tests because she had a bad dream.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you know what? Let's take some blood.
Yeah.
Let's really put it through her. And you know what? While I was in there, now your daughter, does she cuss? You got a cussing daughter?
You know,
because like I know she lies. She's a liar.
She
Clearly,
obviously lies all the time.
She's always lying. It's fucking weird how she lies. But does she cuss?
You know, she doesn't really swear too much around the house,
really?
if at all.
That's
no.
interesting. Because when I was in there, she told me to keep my fucking fingers away from her cunt. Now, doctor, I'm not going to ask you any questions about why she would say that.
I don't remember that on the list of test procedures that we were going to be going through today.
I don't think you were testing that. But now I don't. If a tree falls in the forest, now, what else did she say? Like...
Did she say anything about her tits? Did she say anything about Captain Howdy?
That seems like a really, genuine reaction to a doctor trying to do something a doctor shouldn't be doctoring.
Yeah.
Like, this is... We're here to get her diagnosed with some made-up 70s brain disease, not... Get her vagina checked out, doctor.
Yeah.
You're not a gynecologist.
My daughter's having...
You're here to smoke and tell me she's hysteric.
Fuck. This doctor stops just short of being like, well, she's on her period, probably.
Well, she is that age.
Fuck, and my daughter's been having,
You know, I slapped her tits around and she said, fuck you to me. Now, I think we're gonna have to give her Ritalin.
Doctor, my daughter's been having some behavioral issues. Could you check her cunt, please?
We always start there. So basically he's like, so she's got all the symptoms, you know. She's a child.
Mm-hmm.
She's
in her teens almost.
She's a child and she's a child.
Yeah, she's very young and she's having just regular conversations.
She's
with
got
people.
a disorder of the nerves, is what it is, and we're gonna
give her meth.
What is this? This is a job for Ritalin.
It is. Everything is a job for Ritalin. In 1973, let me tell you.
Well, riddle me out, Doc.
Not only are we going to give her Ritalin, but we are not going to, because we're incapable of doing it, explain to you why we're doing it. Yeah, I'm prescribing Ritalin. We don't know why it works at all, but we're using it all the time.
Yeah, it seems to curb the cussing and the lying. You know.
Things that teenagers do all the time.
Yeah. It's a stimulant, but don't worry about it. It's just meth. So basically this doctor is doing everything in his power to not send her to a psychiatrist.
Yeah, they hate psychiatry.
Yeah, no, we're going to put a stint in her neck.
Yeah,
that ought to do it.
We're just going to tap into the carotid artery like we're getting sat from a tree. Holy hot fuck. That was the worst part of the movie for me.
Yeah, I didn't understand why they had to let it shoot out like a gusher.
It's a great question, dude. Just put the fucking tube in and get the blood. Also, why do you need that much of it? You can get all of it from there. You can get all the blood in the body from that area.
You basically just turned the tap on.
Yeah.
Now, what are you going to do to close that tap up?
Nah, we're just going to shove a tube in there. It'll be fine. So
psychiatrist? Nah, give it, I don't know, 3 weeks of Ritalin.
Yeah.
I think that ought to kill her.
Now, I don't know when or how or why this priest's mother ended up in a psych ward for insane old people. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
Her uncle, his uncle explains it at some point, and it's just like, and then
he just goes, "Yeah, I can't afford a better place than this, and it's your fault."
Yeah, basically.
What the fuck?
He's like, something to the effect of like,
I sure wish you had gotten the degree in the other thing so that I could take money from you.
Yeah, if you were a psychiatrist, she'd be in a condo right now, is what he says. But he also says something like, they found her and they put her here because they couldn't look at her leg.
Yeah.
So here she is.
She got upset when a stranger tried to take off the shitty wrapping that a priest did. And so they stuffed her in fucking Alcatraz. This place is a nightmare.
This place has real life zombies in it.
Yes. The priest walks in and immediately is fucking love bombed by zombies. That's what I'm going to call it.
Just this touching.
Yeah.
One lady grabs him by like the priest collar and pulls it off, and that goes right in her mouth. It goes right in her fucking
tasty.
mouth.
Well, it's like a communion wafer.
I can taste all the communions at once. It's like having 100 masses in your mouth.
Give me that body of Christ.
So I like that they keep his mom at the back.
Yeah.
You gotta walk through the field of freaks.
Is she strapped down also?
Oh, likely.
I'm fairly certain she's also strapped down. Which, she's like 90 and dying. Give her some freedom.
I like...
Do it like you would with a dog, what you're going to put down. Just let her do all of her favorite things for a week.
Yeah.
Take her to the park, throw a frisbee at her face.
Nah, put her in a nut house.
Yeah.
So she can blame you.
Yeah.
And
I don't even want to look at it. I have no son.
Fucking balls. You put me here.
Fucking Greek and Italian moms, man. They can really hold a grudge.
You know, if you would have just went to the nice house, this wouldn't have happened. Now you're in the home.
Yeah.
And that's that.
That is that. No reason for that scene to have existed.
Nope.
You don't really need to know about the priest's mom. You could have like a throwaway line about, yeah, my mom just died, and it would cover the exact same bases.
There was a fucking throwaway line.
Yeah, there was.
At one point, he's like, "Hey, did you hear about the priest's mother? She died, and they found her days later."
Yeah.
Where? What hospital was she in?
First of all, well, so they end on I'm going to take you out of here and take you home, right? But then it just cuts away. So it's never actually like explained whether or not she made it out of the hospital.
Oh.
I don't know if and if she didn't make it out of the hospital, that means that he just left.
That's what I thought he did.
All right, Mom, fuck you then.
They found her days later. The other nuts were just cannibalizing her clothes.
It fucking like
like
a woman who dies with too many cats in the house,
choking on buttons on the sweater.
Oh my god.
So dinner party time.
Dinner party.
Pretty fucking swanky.
Hey man, I don't give a hot fuck about literally any of these conversations.
No, the only one I actually cared about was the drunk director being like, "I think there's a pubic hair in my drink."
Yeah.
And I
How
laughed.
about that?
And you're like, well, he's drunk.
Yeah. He's really good at being drunk and accusing Swiss people of being Nazis.
Oh my god.
Those accents are nowhere near the same.
Yup. So they this is the dinner conversation.
You're having a fucking boisterous ass piano party and you're surprised when your daughter wakes up and pisses the floor?
She pisses the house.
Not okay. Let's fucking go through this chronologically for a second. Mom sneaks away from her very loud, drunken dinner party for a brief second to kiss her daughter and wake her up.
Mm-hmm.
And then is surprised when she comes downstairs and pisses the floor, instead of just wetting the bed like a regular 12-year-old with behavioral issues.
Yeah.
Good.
You know,
reap what you sow, you
know? You kind of glossed over the part where she's like, "You're gonna die up there."
Yeah, well, she does say that, but who and where?
I don't know. I mean,
who's gonna die and up where?
Exactly.
You know?
But, I mean, pretty ominous. And then pissing on the floor. Maybe there's something wrong with your daughter.
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't need... Well, she needs a bath. She pissed herself. But maybe she clearly needs more than a bath.
Yeah. maybe book a child psychiatrist yourself.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be doctor prescribed unless you're just trying to, like, get it as a medical benefit.
Yeah. Or you're trying to get leave, I guess.
I think So after this like fight, they kick the director out, and I'm pretty sure he's drunk, and they're like, yeah, your car's right there.
He's got a driver.
Okay, thank God.
No, I made sure to clock that just in case they were sending him a fucking obliterated drunk just to drive home.
Yeah, that was like, Jesus.
Seems like an irresponsible oversight.
And then they're like surprised later when he's dead, like, yeah.
It makes. Did you see him when he left?
You
He
clearly
couldn't find
didn't.
his keys.
So, fucking just take your pills is what she says to her daughter.
Yeah, take your fucking pills and shut up.
What's wrong with me, Mom? You're not taking your pills.
Yeah, it's just nerves.
Oh my God.
Which is a catch-all term. That's like saying I have anxiety. Yeah? So does everyone. So does everyone.
Yeah, but I also have to piss.
Yeah, well, you could just do that wherever, probably.
It's my anxiety, though.
Yeah, it is.
So her mom has to go downstairs and explain to everybody why.
Mm-hmm.
What?
She's sick.
Hey,
Fine.
you know how my daughter just pissed on the floor, guys? Yeah. Now, don't let that ruin the piano. Just don't breathe in through your nose.
We were really...
She doesn't drink a lot of water. What can we do?
The fucking nanny is just forced to clean a carpet. Why wouldn't you send that away for dry cleaning? You're gonna make that woman scrub piss for like 2 hours instead?
I really like that.
Is it coming out?
Hey, you got that piss done yet?
I got a couple more for you up here.
When you're done with that, there's some shit on the stairs, bitch.
You're gonna work for your 10 cents an hour.
So yeah, she gets halfway down the stairs and then screaming and thuds.
Yeah.
The bed's going wild.
It's going insane.
So the bed's doing a little more than just shaking.
It's rattling and also rolling.
It is fucking. The bed is Michael J. Fox holding a fish.
Now what would possess that's funny, pun, possess a woman to, instead of taking their child off of the possessed bed, just hop on it and go for a ride with her? That makes sense.
Well, so what I'm gathering is this house that they're in, it's clearly not their house.
I think it's a rental.
Yeah,
while the divorce gets like fucked around with.
Yeah, or like she's filming this movie, so she's staying there. Maybe they're like, oh well, did you put a quarter in the bed? Maybe it's like,
did you put a quarter in the bed? It's a love hotel bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, it vibrates.
Let me get in on that. Don't waste that quarter. That's why she jumped on there.
I'll give you a horse to ride.
And that's the bed goes wild, and now we are. We're at the priest's dorm room, apartment, office, bed next to I don't know. And the other priest is like, hey, I stole this booze from some kids.
Hey, I committed a sin. This is my confession.
I took this away. 2 wrongs, in fact, don't make a right, but here I am.
Now, I want to point out that these children, I assume, that this scotch was stolen from, have impeccable taste.
Whoa.
Because it is Chivas Regal, or Regal, however you pronounce that, which is what Hunter S. Thompson drank.
Wow. Now
it's real shit. Chivas.
That's deep moody scotch right there.
Yeah. They are brooding and they're about to write a very psychedelic story.
Oh yeah. As you do when you're
and fired guns dangerously close to other people's heads and almost drowned Bill Murray.
The fucking Dead Poets Society all over again.
Yeah. Oh Captain, my captain, howdy.
Oh Captain, my cat. Yeah. That's I don't know what any I watched part of Dead Poets Society. I watched part of
I saw that part. That's it. I'm pretty sure that's the only part I saw where they all stand on the desks.
Yeah.
And then also it happens in Family Guy when Brian is responsible for impoverished youths.
I think it literally happens in every single thing ever.
Probably, yeah.
And yeah, then I saw like part of Fear and Loathing. I watched part of it and I was like, this is
I'm telling you, watch all of it.
Look me in my eyes.
I will.
Fucking stupid.
You're wrong. You're the wrongest. That's a cold take, man.
Fucking stupid.
That fucking movie rules.
Your
problem was you watched it in 60 FPS and fake 3D.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Oh, don't watch a psychedelic movie in fake 3D.
Not when it was made before 3D.
Well, here's the problem. The movie sucked.
It doesn't. It's great.
Hey, we're going to Las Vegas. Are we on drugs? I don't know.
It's a great I don't give a shit. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Dumb fucking movie.
Top 5 easily for me.
Really?
Of ever.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. I hope you get lost on an island one day and then that's the only movie you have to watch and you realize
I will watch it every day.
Up.
Every day I'll watch it.
I fucked up.
Wrong.
I fucked up.
Nope.
That's what you'll chant.
Penn Jillette is in that shit. All
Well,
right?
yeah, they go to Las Vegas. How is he not? Chris Angel better be in that shit.
I don't think Chris Angel was alive.
I don't care.
It's from like 1983.
Good, he was alive.
Was he?
The dude's like 80 now.
Okay. I don't know how old. He's a wizard.
Yeah,
Could be fucking immortal for all I care.
he likely might be. We'll see. Look, when he dies, we'll know.
Yeah. All right.
I'm waiting for the headlines. So I don't.
This is when we take Reagan back to the doctor and she gets her fucking artery exposed so that they can do an MRI. Now, I understand because of how obnoxiously and frighteningly loud the machine is, that this is probably fairly new technology in the medical world. But I'm pretty sure you don't have to spill 8 gallons of blood in order to do a brain scan. I'm not even sure those things are related.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure also when you're tapping into a main artery, you don't just let it go.
No, you
Like
don't
a
let it go all over the towel.
Yeah, it's certainly not like a hose that you're trying to put a top part on.
Also, I'm pretty sure they would be using more than just iodine on the area. I would think some kind of numbing agent.
Nah, well,
No, they're going to go
was
in
that
raw.
not the first needle? Or was that first needle just to make the hole?
I think the first needle is probably to shut her the fuck up and get her to calm down. Because she hates the doctor now.
Well, yeah, based on her last experience, I would too.
Yep. We're going to go through the order of events in this child's behavior real quick to sort of illustrate a point.
Okay, but before that, there was a scary face flash.
Yeah, boo. I
yeah.
missed that one because I was writing.
It happens in his dream, and I think it happens when she's like laying on the thing.
What a fucking dream, by the way. The mom shows up, like walks up the subway, and then, hey man, see you later. Walks right the fuck back down.
Yep.
Where? Into hell?
Is
that the metaphor?
I want to point out every time there is a scary face because I don't know if it's supposed to mean something.
I think it's just supposed to indicate that the demon is ever
Are
present.
you
in the lives
telling
of these
me
people.
that this movie,
It's a metaphor.
this old movie,
Subtext.
they just pepper that shit in like there's no rhyme or reason.
That's right.
Wow.
Metaphors. You know? Analogies.
Yeah, but try a little harder. Normally they put a little more effort into it.
Put it on the screen for longer than it takes me to blink so that I don't miss it.
Please.
So, this child complains of a bed shaking.
Yes. And so, that's a concern. Of course.
She begins swearing, inexplicably.
I can't believe this.
Saying a lot of genital-related vulgarities.
Oh, lordy.
Accusing anybody who touches her of assaulting her downstairs. Loses control of her, becomes incontinent, essentially.
She sure does. She lets loose.
And does not like anybody in a position of authority. And we're not going to ask her about rape. We're never going to ask her about that. It's not even going to get brought up by a team of doctors.
Is she taking her Ritalin?
I don't even know.
I prescribed the Ritalin for a reason.
She's probably putting it on her tongue and spitting it out like fucking misery.
You bring up a lot of good points, Jay.
You know?
You bring up some good points.
The doctor's even like the simplest explanation is usually the easiest explanation is obviously the right one. Or whatever the fucking Occam's razor goddamn phrase is.
Yeah, he says that as they fucking line her up for another brain scan because she's fine.
I've left my child home for the majority of her upbringing with a bunch of adults who essentially control her autonomously. Nobody's going to ask if she got touched. Nobody's even going to ask her.
No, what Jay, what they're going to do, in fact, look me in my eyes, Jay. Look at me in my eyes.
What are they going to do?
They're going to call in 2 priests.
Yes. Great. That'll solve it.
Hey!
Might as well make her feel like it's normal.
Boy, oh boy. We need 2 priests. One to hold the door closed.
And the other to splash her.
One to be a witness.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
They don't fucking... And then the guy just like, no big deal. We'll just do brain surgery on a child instead. It'll be great. You know, she's got some kind of fucking scar in her head. So I want to open that up and get in there.
Yeah.
I want to get up in those guts.
Oh, don't say guts.
Well.
So yeah. This whole thing, it started off with the bed shaking and the doctors... He heard that, and that's where he stopped listening. Because he's like, well, you said the bed was shaking. We got to look in her brain.
Yeah.
Well, look, this isn't just about her brain.
Also, I mean, I'm an adult, and the bed was also shaking Their explanation is, you know how sometimes when a mom, their child is in the car and the car goes in the water and they'll lift up the whole car. It could be a very tiny woman, but it's that secret mom strength. She's 12.
Mm-hmm.
She's 12. She's also not the fucking Hulk. Also, what stressful situation has she been put in? She's just trying to sleep. So your fucking explanation sucks, but you hate psychiatry, so you're just gonna fucking throw spaghetti at the shitty wall. Great.
Yeah, so here we are. We're just let's check out these brain scans for a bit.
Yeah. Oh, they're empty.
They're fine.
Good. Yeah.
Well, we should probably look at from another angle then, because I swear to God it's not.
Let's. I got a hunch. It's in my gut.
You know what? Let's just do a full lobotomy.
Fine. Let's just go in through the eyeball like they used to.
Like they still do. You mean? Jesus. But I'm not, so while we're doing this, there's a problem with Reagan. It's time for a house call.
No, that's right.
And this time we're gonna bring somebody else. Some other guy who's just there, and he's like, "Hey, you got a minute? You want to come see some shit?
You want to see something fucked up?
You want to see something really fucked up?"
The first thing that Reagan does is start telling adult men to fuck her. Again. Oh, dude, it's like the fucking... If you were to open up the DSM and go right to child sexual abuse, the list, like William Friedkin just looked at that list and was like, let's do all these things.
No. Instead, he double checks with the mother. Did you give her the Ritalin? That's
give her the thing that hasn't worked from day one.
As they get there, where is the Ritalin and how much have you given her the Ritalin?
You gave me one job, guys. Yes.
This really seems like you haven't been giving her the Ritalin.
Holy fuck.
So they get up there and she is thrashing around like she's at the gates of a Metallica concert.
So based on this doctor's explanation about times of crisis resulting in super strength, I can only assume that Reagan is so horny she can fly.
Yeah, no, she's getting up off the bed like that with the power of horniness.
Yeah, she's more than willing to fucking break her own spine for this movie. Holy shit, the way that her head's just bobbling around like that.
Yeah, I really want to see the contraption they had to have had, like in Jaws, when they had her whipping around with the shark, they had to have some contraption hooked up to her that's just from the shoulder blades down. Yeah, just slamming her the fuck around.
Holy fuck. It's a whiplash machine.
So... yeah, all this is happening, and so her eyes go white, and she's making demon sounds.
Yeah.
Do you not know what a demon sounds like? It sounds like three voices at once. We all know that.
Hey, this child's voice just dropped about 7 octaves lower than my own.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get right up close and catch one hand. Holy shit! She slaps the hell out of this doctor, and he goes flying.
Fuck. And fucking mom doesn't learn her lesson from seeing that?
No, she does later. So yeah, they're like, fucking press a pregnant mom strength. You see a baby under a car strength.
Makes sense. Makes sense in this context. And then he backpedals right in the dialogue, and he's like, it's not the same thing, just the same principle. So you're bullshitting. Yeah. So you're an old bullshitting man.
Let's do more brain scans.
Yeah.
This is going to involve another spinal tap, too, just so you know.
And a pneumoencephalogram, which the second they bring out the big words, you know your kid's fucked. Mm-hmm. Your kid might die on the table.
If you thought we were looking at her brain before, oh boy.
So fucking mom stops just short of saying, I don't want doctors poking around in my gay baby.
She might as well have. Oh, guess what? X-rays are fine.
Yeah, X-rays are just fine.
Again.
Whoops. Almost like they were always fine.
Yep. Okay, fine. Psychiatrist.
Yeah.
I clearly can't keep charging you for X-rays.
All right, I guess.
Good luck to him. That's all they say.
Fucking mom comes home to a power outage.
Is it, or is it the devil?
Well, the demon face is in the fucking one of the times that all the lights go dark.
Yep. She seems pretty unconcerned with her power flickering like that.
Yeah, and also her kid's got the fucking AC cranked in the bedroom.
Phone's just ringing, nobody's there. These are concerning things. You should, like, even in the 70s, like, ghosts, did you not, like, come on. Come on.
The whole thing is like, oh, we haven't done exorcisms in years and years, but I remember all the history. Don't you teach, like, why don't you teach a class on how to spot a ghost 101 at the learning annex?
Like, put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. Equals ghost.
I hear a thump in the night. I'm like, well, that's the demon. That's a ghost.
This bitch is so fucking oblivious. A ghost would have to walk up to her and be like, I'm a fucking ghost, you slut.
Get it through your thick skull. I'm in your daughter. I'm in her.
Oh, the sow is mine, dude.
Why are you letting me in?
What? I don't even have to knock.
Oh, shit. So, there's something wrong with Reagan.
She drives by the stairwell where fucking, because this is the night where Burke is left in charge of monitoring her, despite the fact that there are 3 butlers in the house. Like, he's there for no fucking reason.
Yeah, and first of all, we don't, like, there's no scene where, like, okay, Burke, see you later.
Nothing.
There's just, we just come home to find the window wide open.
The window wide open, and she drives right past a huge crowd and police at the bottom of the stairwell, right below her daughter's bedroom window, and she doesn't even fucking look twice.
No, she doesn't. Would
you not be like, oh, my kid's dead from jumping out of the fucking window?
Yeah.
I better get up the fuck right up there?
Jesus
no
Christ.
urgency whatsoever. Neglectful mother. It's fine.
Neglectful mother, also just like neglectful police work too. So during this, like, she comes home and she's like, well, you left my daughter alone. Like, she's talking to like the, I don't know, nanny who had to go do something.
Yeah.
She's like, nah, Burke was here. And then like, knock, knock. Hey, Burke's dead. See you later.
Who's that guy?
It's the fucking cop, I thought.
Oh
the
my
cop that
God.
just keeps popping in like, hey, better not be no crimes. I know Burke's dead.
Well, then
I'm
why'd he take his hat off to announce the news? I don't know.
Because it's like, so it's like it's the thing, right? It's the respectful thing. Cops always like take it off and put it over their heart. Like, hey, listen, Burke is dead. Big gulps, eh?
All right.
See you later.
Yeah.
They just close the door and fucks right off.
Big gulps. Oh shit.
And then he just leaves. And then
psychiatrist.
No,
not yet.
No. The most famous scene in the entire film happens for 3 seconds.
Which one's that?
Well, Reagan comes down the stairs like a spider monkey.
Right, and pukes blood.
Yeah, perioding out of her mouth.
Yes. Which, I mean, it's that age. It gets crazy.
And just, that's that, though.
Yeah,
we don't talk about that ever again.
No, we're not. We're just going to hire a hypnotist. The most reputable of psychology majors.
Oh, yeah, this guy, he knows his shit, because he's like, listen, demon, I've hypnotized Reagan, and that means you are too.
That's how that works, because I say it does. I've written many books.
Gotcha good, bitch.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's just like, hey.
Am I talking to Captain Howdy or Reagan right now?
I mean, it's...
He sits down for all 5 seconds before this demon goes right for the dick. That's just what happens.
I was waiting for you because I didn't write down whatever the fuck.
All I wrote is Reagan hypnotizing and then talking about how, like, no, I don't want the demon to talk because I'm scared of it. And then the psychiatrist is like, well, fucking, you know what? I want to talk to him, so shut the fuck up.
Well, here, let me grab you by the microphone here and let me...
Let me get closer so you can really hear me.
Yeah, and so Reagan grabs him by the dick and balls with such force that ends the session, basically. Session's over.
No more this is how you deal with hypnotists.
By the way, end of therapy.
No, we're done.
That's how we're going to deal with the... Mm-hmm. You took her to get her brain scanned so many times. She grabs one therapist by the dick and balls.
Yeah.
And we're done.
Also, once again, we are not addressing the fact that this girl is preoccupied with fucking her puss, what goes in and out of it, and then other people's also. Other people's things downstairs.
Just a simple cup check.
Holy shit.
Girls being girls.
He fucked up because he wasn't wearing one.
Mm-hmm. I'm always going to wear one now.
Yeah, you should.
And
this is where we meet fucking the homicide detective who's in charge of the case, investigating. Yep. Does a really good job of spilling the beans to a priest about an ongoing investigation, which is poor form.
Yep.
And then threatens him with both jail and deportation.
And also seeing a movie he's already seen.
Guy fucking he just wants a movie buddy so bad.
Everybody in this movie is so concerned. First of all, what movie is it? Who's in it?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it. What? You should know by the title.
Yep. That's not the progression of conversation when discussing a movie. All right? That question, who's in it, means I don't know who's in it because I haven't seen it with my eyes.
Yeah. No, they just don't want to go see those actors.
Yeah.
Like you.
Fucking fuck. Anyway, threatening a potential witness with deportation counts as duress, which is illegal. So, good detective. Good old plotting detective who speaks like he's got all the time in the world even though he doesn't because he's like 80.
And investigating a murder, and within the first 48, if you don't solve that shit,
that's right.
then you're stuck as an 80-year-old fat detective for the rest of your life.
And in 1973, probably even less time.
Yeah.
Probably the first 2.
You pretty much have to catch them in the act. if they don't leave a Blue's Clues style clue,
if there's not bloody footprints leading right to the person's house,
if there's not something you can pick up with a magnifying glass and follow, you're fucked.
Fucking Inspector Gadget, best detective ever.
So yeah, they're like, yeah, fucking film director pubic hair man guy died, and here we are. His head was turned completely backwards.
Nice.
Well, now could that have happened because of the fall? Maybe, but probably not.
I don't think so. Now, I wasn't there, and it was about 20 feet, and there were stairs, but I doubt it.
Yeah, and it was turned all of the way around?
Nope, just half.
So they were like, yeah, this whole conversation basically is like, hey, you know any priests that want to fuck shit up? Because I think this has to do with those tits and that dick.
Those two things that are completely unrelated to each other at all. Like, they have nothing to do with each other. I think they're related.
You got some voodoo priests in your priesthood who put tits and dicks on on religious statues of I don't know who, Bible ladies.
All I know is that a director is dead, and there's tits and a dick on the Virgin Mary. I got to get to the bottom of this, and I don't give a fuck if you're at the top.
All I know is that this man is dead, and the Virgin Mary has got a rockin' set of tits.
They're not really.
No,
they look like they'd poke in the eye and take it out.
They're fucking Madonna points, is what they are. So I think at the end of this conversation, like they're like, comes down to it is like, just go bother the Dominicans, because clearly they're the witch doctors.
Ooh, racist.
Yes.
Great.
Quite very much so. And then the cop's like, hey, well, how about we go see I got a pass to a movie.
Mm.
You know how hard it is to see movies in the 70s.
If you're using this as a way to get into casual conversation enough to elicit some kind of like evidentiary response, a movie theater where you're supposed to be fucking quiet is probably not the best location.
Yeah. But no, hey, it's Othello, man.
Yeah.
Here's some old actor names you've heard of.
Oh, it's Othello. Great. My favorite. Dry, boring Shakespeare. I'd love to go to that with you.
But there's actors' names and actors' names in it.
Yeah. Lucille Ball, which is I Love Lucy, I believe.
Fucking, I don't know.
Who cares?
Lucille Testicles. Fucking old dead ass redhead. I don't. You don't give a fuck. I was all about the guy in that show. He had to put up with so fucking much.
Yeah, well, he was an immigrant.
Ricky!
Where was he gonna go?
And then he's like, oh, god damn it.
It was probably a green card marriage.
You're fucking the house up with soap, you bitch.
You are bad at household chores and it's your only job.
How did you let the sink overflow? This is water damage. Lucy!
And it just ends there.
Oh my god. So yeah, that's the whole conversation. He's just trying to figure out if there's any fucking witch doctors in the priesthood, I guess.
So let's speaking of doctors, I don't like that they call them witch doctors just because we're talking about possession.
Yeah.
It's something very different.
It is.
All right.
It's almost racist. We're getting close to racisms.
You need a fucking room full of 12 doctors to tell you that your child has a sleep demon.
Yeah.
And then, like, with a pretty shit-eating grin, one of the doctors is like, well, we could do an exorcism. Or I recommend one because I'm not actually capable.
Yeah.
Which, let's break that down for a second, all right? He goes, it's force of suggestion. So he doesn't actually believe in exorcisms. He thinks that the whole ritualistic element of it is powerful enough to snap her out of whatever psychological issue she's having. Why couldn't you just do it then?
It has to
if it's not fucking real.
It has to look real.
But they're not religious, this family. So it's not like they know the fucking difference. Just show up in a black shirt and throw some water around. And be like, all right, you're good. See if that works.
Honestly, it might have.
Yeah.
If I was that demon, I would have pretended like it did for fun. For
like an hour and a half, and then we just go right down. Yeah, back down.
Exactly. Just get out of the cuffs, and then that's when you raise a little hell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the doctors suggest an exorcism, which seems like a slap in the face to me.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, You telling me to take my daughter to a witch doctor?
No, a priest. Different.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not saying hop on a flight to Haiti.
We're not trying to
spill
shrink her.
Goat's blood.
Don't shrink her head and turn her into a zombie. We're just trying to do a little ointment, little holy ointment. So we're at the bottom of the stairs where they found a dead guy, and for some reason, Jay,
no explanation as to how this happens at all.
We're just gonna push our foot through the grass a little bit, walk up some stairs, and then come right back down to find something.
Yes.
Something we didn't see when we pushed our foot through the grass earlier.
Also, the same color as the shrub and hidden perfectly inside of it.
Yep.
Which makes this detective the best detective on Earth.
Whatever it is, I assume it's the thing that was at the beginning of the movie.
I think it was, yeah. I don't know how it got there or why.
Yeah.
No idea. Marin is like in a fucking different state.
See, this whole film, I thought that the butler was that old man from the beginning of the movie.
Whoops.
And, like, that thing was in the attic and Reagan found it.
I see what you're saying. It would make more sense than just
it would.
A priest that we don't actually meet until much, much later.
Yeah.
Who, up until that point, was in Iraq.
Yeah.
Why is this priest mailing fucking... what's it called? What's the name? What's the word for that shit?
Rocks.
Bric-a-brac.
Yeah.
To a fucking child from overseas.
Oh, I think you know the exact reason why.
There was a sneeze in there. It went away.
Oh, I thought you had the finger up and you looked like you were about to make like a wicked point.
This is when the detective shows up and basically tells a woman to her face that her daughter might have been accosted by a stranger. And then we just go, do you want some more coffee? Or
oh, yeah.
Also, do you want more coffee is like the universal polite language for get the fuck out of my house, please? Like, you're not supposed to say yes.
Oh, yeah. And he says,
no,
yes.
I'd better be going. He goes, fuck yeah, man. Pour that shit.
First of all, give me that coffee. Second of all, leave me alone in this room.
Yeah.
Please.
So that I can pick up things and just look at them.
That's what cops... If you leave a cop alone in a room, it's going to go through your stuff.
He's going to investigate.
Whether they know they're doing it or not, it's what they do. And you just don't let a cop into your house.
Also, by the way, my theory, my pet theory at the moment is that somebody broke into your home via your daughter's bedroom while you were gone and then killed a man in it and threw him out. Can you sign my notepad, please? I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, this is for my daughter. Just kidding, it's for me. Also, a strong man was in your room and snapped a man's neck.
Your daughter was also in there at the time.
Make that out to cop dude.
And don't bother. I'm just going to take you at your word that she doesn't know anything. We're not going to ask.
Welcome to the 1970s. Everybody was on the honor system.
The fucking second, though. This is the best part for me. And I'll tell you why. For a very long time, I did a pretty decent impression of this scene.
No.
Not the let Jesus fuck you part, where she is essentially stabbing her own vagina with a cross.
Yeah.
Again, maybe ask some questions about what kind of friends are traipsing around. Who's Captain Howdy really?
He lives in the goddamn attic.
But this is my favorite part of the movie for the impression that I'm about to do.
Okay.
And for the trucking that this woman gets in this movie. Oh, first of all, Jesus. She gets her face buried in the child's twat. Let's just get that out of the way.
Oh, okay. So when this cop leaves...
Yeah. Look, all hell breaks loose.
That's what I wrote!
It sure does, dude. Like, the second the door closes, it's game time. It's 3 a.m. in the middle of the afternoon now.
Yup. So, yeah. Go... What happens, Jay? Just what happens?
First of all, she's coming into puberty, right? Maybe it's a good idea to knock on the door before coming in, or else you're going to see her doing some stuff that you probably didn't want to see. Like jilling off with a crucifix. Vigorously. With purpose.
Yeah, that, and also, just everything in the room is flying around.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't know. Let's just pretend like everything in the room isn't hovering and smashing.
Let's also talk about, the detective can't hear that shit from right outside the house.
Yeah, you can't hear a grown voice saying, do it, and then a girl going, no, please don't.
Yeah.
Because that is what I heard from the top of the stairs.
If this movie is not an allegory for, child rape, I don't really know what else it could be. However,
Anyway.
after
Sorry.
After Reagan's mom gets a mouthful, she gets another one, but it's an open palm slap that sends her flying across the room. Now, they had equipped onto her a harness that was supposed to pull her backward toward the window. It was too powerful. And if you watch the movie and you watch this scene, you get to see this woman's neck nearly break. And as it turns out, for real, she suffered a coccyx fracture from this and was never the same.
Better be a good fucking movie.
Holy shit,
Better
right?
not be a movie where a child jills off with a cross.
Well, that is what happens. And then, fucking turns into an owl, 180s her head around and goes, "Do you know what she did? Your cunting daughter?" Oh boy. I used to just say that shit because I thought it was the funniest fucking thing ever.
Oh my god. That is hilarious.
Who says cunting? Me now.
Yeah.
Me for the rest of my life.
That's in my vernacular right there.
I was wrong. It wasn't 12 minutes longer. I did write it down. It's only 12 seconds longer.
Okay.
But it was specifically of jilling.
Hey.
I could do without it, so thank you.
They got their point in there.
Yeah, so did she.
So yeah, after she gets slapped, basically, I don't know if you've seen the Jamiroquai music video for Virtual Insanity, but that happens.
Yeah, dude. Furniture really moves like it's on a conveyor. Fuck.
Oh my god, the future is made of virtual insanity, and then also you almost get crushed by a dresser. Your cunting daughter, do you know what the fuck she did?
Oh,
on
man.
the bed with the crucifix in her. That's how the song goes.
Jamiroquai is a bit of a freak.
So that's just an average day in the house.
It is.
And you know, like these butlers let you stay in their house, and they're never gonna Airbnb this place again based on this experience.
No, there's no way. Ugh. 1-star review on.
Yeah, you're getting your account just taken away.
Holy shit.
So, here we are. Let's go meet with the priest.
Yeah, we'll just talk to the priest. Now, oh man, 1973. Unavoidable voiceover dialogue. Because apparently in 1973, people forgot that wind exists. And didn't know how to shoot audio for exterior. That's ever.
This was before everything was invented, ever. And everything was just everything.
Why would you even think with the camera's microphone 15 feet away from where the people are talking that you're going to pick up anything?
Well, you know, I as a former filmmaker myself,
yeah, right.
with my illustrious
extensive
career,
knowledge in the field.
The amount of times I've filmed something and gone back to listen to it and had the microphone not work. I mean, you don't just reshoot that.
No,
you had magic. You had
deal with it.
Magic.
Yeah.
You make do.
Whoops.
So let's have a fucking conversation about being a priest.
Oh man, what's it like?
Yeah, tell me about the priest and stuff and exorcisms. This is what this is about. I'm not actually listening to this. This is polite banter to...
I don't know why you'd bother with the preamble. Like, every 5 seconds, my daughter almost snaps her own neck. So, it's just probably more urgency than small talk warrants.
By the way, way to go in the 1970s. Let's not even mention that great big black eye she's covering. Let's not even ask what happened
back then. Anytime you see a chick with huge sunglasses on, you assume she wasn't listening last night.
Oh my God, Jay! If there wasn't coffee in this, I'd throw this at you. But there's coffee in it, and I don't want to make a mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, come on, man, just ask.
Yeah.
Ask a question.
What's going on there? Trouble at home?
I mean, this one's fine because like you're not gonna you have to deal with the problem.
No, it's okay. It was my daughter.
Yeah. This is much more manageable.
She's lashing out because I don't do anything about the guys that visit her.
She's lashing out because, well, I wouldn't lick her. No, it's not what you think. Come, check. You have to see it.
Just pay a viz.
Come. You can listen to me talk about this all day, but really...
Yeah, you gotta just see it,
You've got to hear the wheezing from the bottom of the stairs. It's loud.
So, during this priest visit, and for the remainder of the movie, really, until the end, Reagan is voiced by a different woman entirely.
That's fine.
Demon voice.
That's fine.
Again, on the trivia page, though, I read that in order to achieve that sound, she chain smoked in the booth and also stopped being sober and went back to being an alcoholic.
Was it worth it?
I mean,
for a movie where a child Jill's with a cross. Was it worth it? You fucked your neck up for this movie. And then they made sequels.
You ruined years of sobriety and probably gave yourself cancer.
Fuck me, let Jesus fuck you.
I just want your Jesus.
That's a movie about exorcisms, but what really happens? You tell me I'm nearly dying for that?
Yeah.
This is not Citizen Kane. This is not Citizen Kane material. Yeah, it's a great film, but I don't know about this.
Was it worth 3 hours of makeup every day for two people? Because that one priest, the old man from Iraq, was 40 when this movie was shot.
Hey, it would have been fine.
It would have been fine for him to be 40, you know?
You tell me he's a man. Yeah. Okay. I don't care.
3 hours of makeup every day. For Linda Blair's makeup, 3 hours a day.
That's fine.
So that she could look like somebody took a straight razor to her face like the Joker.
Yeah. How come nobody's asking questions? Is
it worth it?
Her brain's gone bananas. I don't know what's happening to her face.
A continued lifetime of probably stiffness and chronic pain for an actress.
Boy.
Linda Blair, after this movie was shot, had to walk around with security for years because religious fanatics thought she was actually the devil.
Cool.
And would send her death threats.
She's like 10.
Yep.
She's 10 years old.
Mm-hmm. All of this as a result of one movie.
It's a fucking movie.
Isn't that great?
Well, look.
She actually added a clause to her contract because there is a sequel.
Oh, no.
And in the contract, she was like, I'm not sitting in the chair for that long anymore. Ever.
Oh, right. They probably just literally left the window open so she got that chappy. She chapped those lips right up.
Holy fucking Jesus Christ. Give the chick some water.
Oh, my God. I bet
She's got a wetter whistle.
I bet the makeup looks like shit in the second one.
Oh, yeah. No, it's just a hot woman. It's just a hot woman in the second one.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Good demon.
Is it still Reagan?
It is.
Is it?
Well, she's an adult.
Is she?
I believe.
You better check those facts, Jay.
I mean,
you better check those facts before you say those kinds of things.
I don't know how many.
Because she was like 10 in the first one. I don't know how many years they waited.
She's like supposed to be a siren, like a seductress demoness. You know what I mean?
I don't.
Hot woman. So objectively, I don't think a child is hot. So I didn't know I had to specify that.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how long the sequel took to make. I was just making sure, Jay. So what you're telling me is it's just Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
The second Exorcism movie is just it's
it
Ghostbusters.
Might as well be. Yeah.
It's fucking what's her face from Ghostbusters. I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I only remember Zool.
Yep. It's Zool's the demon, and then she like opens the fridge.
It's like one of the dog demons, isn't it?
No, Zool. I think Zool's like. I think he's just like a demon that possesses things, and then he possesses the secretary because she opens her fridge and the eggs are like sizzling.
Fucking, I didn't want to hard boil those.
And then she,
asshole.
And then she fucks what's his face from Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
Rick Moranis.
Yeah,
closest he's ever gonna get to getting laid. Fucking Four Eyes.
He's got fucking kids in
Four Eyes.
He's got kids to shrink, Jay. And blow up and shrink again. And then he shrinks himself and probably goes up their bums.
That's gotta be hell on the old central nervous.
Anyway, so let's go meet that daughter.
Mm-hmm. Hey, priest, how's it going? Your dead mom says hi, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Just a heads up, your dead fucking mom says hi.
Yeah, she's in here. She's in us.
Ugh, got a lot of things in you.
A lot of people up in here.
She keeps saying us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, if my mother's really in there, what's her maiden name? Well, I'll tell you what it's not. An extensive amount of green vomit. which is the answer that the demon gives.
That's right. Hidden within it, it's like alphabet soup. You know? Her maiden name gets spelled out in pea soup on the floor. You know? It probably starts with a P. That's why it's pea soup.
Perigatoni.
Yeah. Fuck.
I don't know. I was just trying to think of a name.
Something fucking racist?
No, something Greek.
What are the Greeks like?
Olives.
Olives and watching their houses fall into the ocean.
And marble.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they fucking... Guy's named David.
So, yep, that's...
Yeah. Well, that's the first one.
The mom does the laundry.
The mom does the... yeah, well, Karis got his fucking... His nice priest garb
not even, it's like a turtleneck.
Thrown up on.
Well, because like even earlier, he's like, "Oh yeah, I should have told you, I'm not gonna be wearing my priest."
Right.
Oh, I kicked everything. I just kicked the microphone.
That how the vomit hits him square in the fucking face.
Yeah.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Well, I'm glad
it was
did.
supposed to hit him in the chest, so that shock is legitimate.
I like to think that the candle exploding into flames.
Same thing, right?
Yeah, they're like, it's gonna happen.
I'm not gonna tell you when.
But you blame Carl when it does. That fucking piece of shit. So at this point, the priest is like, "Hey, did you know my mom died? I just want you to know my mom died, and you just haven't said anything."
Yeah.
No, it's like, "Hey, did you know my mom died? Did Reagan know my mom died?" She's like, "No."
Spreading priest gossip, lady. Oh, by the way, I right now will conveniently mention that one of the requirements for exorcism is for the possessed to be speaking languages they don't know. Just a little tidbit of information for you to take back into your house.
Oh, yeah. You know how I looked at her and she was possessed? Look, it's not my judgment. The church needs to judge it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, look, I don't know nothing about no exorcism, but what I do know is that there's a lot of requirements and the church needs to do all of this.
Yeah.
And these are the requirements exactly. Mm-hmm. I know nothing about this, though.
I'm not an expert or anything. Here's the list. Oh, and then, yeah, I don't see, none of this stuff is really adding up for me about possession. Like, her eyes have changed color and she throws up more food than you've ever given her in her life. And it's always green for some reason. Do you have pea soup in the house? No? Oh, okay. I mean, that's weird, but none of it really meets the criteria. And then fucking mom just goes, "Oh, yeah? Well, she's also a murderer. She also fucking killed a guy."
But don't you tell the cops that.
Yeah, so now we're aiding and abetting. You're an accessory. Whoops.
Oh, is that why she asks him before anything? She's like, if a criminal came up to you and was like, "Hey, I'm a criminal," would you tell on him?
Probably.
Probably. Maybe that's why she was like, I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
My daughter snapped that neck and whipped that man out of the room like a fucking... I don't even know.
You're not allowed to tell anyone. Or else God will frown.
You're going to put my daughter in
God that I don't believe in
jail?
will frown.
So I think he comes back.
Yeah.
And is like, "Hey, I brought my equipment."
Great.
And just like records. They talk Latin to each other.
Mm-hmm.
He throws holy water on her.
And that's why I said it was convenient of him to mention that, because literally the next day she's speaking fucking Latin and Italian and Greek.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty.
A lot of encyclopedias in the house.
Yeah. She's got Duolingo on her iPhone.
She's got a Rosetta Stone subscription.
She's got Rosetta Stone on her abacus because that's like what you had in the 70s.
Amazing. Abacus, dude.
So, I only know that word because I think The Simpsons had like a game and it was called The Devil's Advocus or something.
Okay.
I don't know. It was like an arcade game they played.
Yeah, as opposed to Advocate.
Yeah.
I understand.
I think so. I could be wrong. Anyway. So, yeah. The
well,
guy,
it's a calculator, but yeah.
The guy drops like, "Oh yeah, hey, that holy water was fake." So I don't know what she was complaining about.
That's what. Also, like, why are you lying? All right.
Well, yeah, what? Why are you lying to a devil? So yeah, my mind, blah 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 blah. Sorry, there's a lot of blah blah blah.
Yeah. Again, no urgency in conversation, despite the fact that there's a child dying.
And like, are we not just concerned that it's freezing in this goddamn room?
It's so cold all the time.
Like,
temperature fluctuation is on the list of things that may signify possession. How many? What is it, like fucking the lottery, where if you get 5 numbers, you win some money? You're a little possessed?
we got to be the perfect possession temperature.
Possession is essentially a scratch ticket, and we're only at about $10.
Well, Well, they're about to scratch 3 numbers and the winning lotto when she calls the priest back to her home. First of all, the priest listens to all the Latin because there's a whole recording session. They talk Latin to each other. Brings it back, plays it for somebody. He's like, "Well, hey, that's not Latin.
It's just English backwards."
Oh, okay. That's not another language then.
It doesn't count that she's speaking in reverse.
Yeah, that's not concerning at all.
Fucker.
And then so we get called back. Hey, come take a look at my sleeping daughter. Don't make a sound.
Yeah, shut the fuck up when you come in this cold room.
I'm gonna open up her shirt. Look at my daughter.
Let's
look at her in her sleep.
Open her shirt right up and lift up to just below tits.
Well, I mean, where else are you gonna spell out "help me" in welts?
I like that the demon waited until the priest showed up to make it really pronounced.
Yeah. And then so the priest runs it by the church, like, hey, welts. And then you know how the church is just like, well, look, we don't know anything about exorcisms. Like they don't do that shit anymore. Nobody does exorcisms. Nope, this guy, we know him by name, and we know that he may or may not be healthy. We know him by name and health. We know his fucking social security number. We know where he is. We'll get him here. Yeah, he's in Iraq digging up things.
Also, he just performed an exorcism.
Yeah, but we don't know nothing about no exorcisms.
We know the exact time and location of the last exorcism this man performed. But we don't know anything about it.
Oh, we haven't performed exorcisms since the 1600s last week. Wink, wink. They're just like, they know all about fucking Why are you lying, you fucking lying priest?
We want to keep it under wraps because so often when we're doing them, the people die.
Yeah, and we hate wasting our time on fake exorcisms because we can't tell the difference between...
Yeah.
We just think everything's fake or real. I don't... Either way, I was pretty annoyed.
I get it. Hey. This is Marin, the guy from Iraq, and he shows up, and the first thing he does is fuck up the continuity by not being able to hold the rosary in the same position between shots.
He also has a wicked hat.
He's got greatest hat.
That he wears the kind of hat where you're like, well, you definitely fight 1800s style demons, like vampires, werewolves, demons.
Another indicator of that is that without even looking or speaking to the possessed child, he knows that it's just one demon despite there being multiple voices. Almost as if it's his fucking fault the demon's here. Mm-hmm. Almost as if he knows that in his head.
Let me stop you right there. I know. Well...
It's really good that you called me because... I just can't keep doors locked.
If there's one person you should have called, you got the right number. Now, this demon, he goes on, he's like, hey, look, don't talk to the demon. Mm-hmm. It's going to lie to you. So I'm assuming that the demon has already been like, yeah, we're in here. So he's like, yeah, there's multiple demons. He's like, nah, there's just one demon.
How about...
it's a lying demon.
How about the fact that nobody calls attention to... Reagan literally saying this priest's name backwards on that recording.
No.
Like 4 times.
No, we can't do that.
Fucking yells Marin like 4 times. And then Marin shows up and fucking Father Karras doesn't go, oh, that's a weird coincidence.
Yeah, hey, buddy.
Apparently Marin is as common of a name as Smith in Washington.
Is this that hardcock demon? Is this Snake Dick? You old snake dick. Get out of there. Get out of this little girl, you snake cock demon. Anyway.
Yep. That's fine.
So yeah, we don't really get to like I was kind of just like how
do we just explain the fact that the rest of this movie is an exorcism?
Well, that and also like how do these dots get connected?
Great question.
We kind of went dot here and just and just okay, I guess the priest and the demon.
Google Maps failed us.
Yeah, here we are. The priest somehow unearthed the demon. The demon found its way into this girl, and now here we are.
Great. My assumption is that because they say he performed an exorcism in Africa before, that he's been following this fucking thing, or like making himself available to it, or nearby, or so. I don't know. I'm giving the movie fucking credit for not explaining shit.
Maybe there's only one demon,
It's just one. He says he's a devil.
Anyway, here we are. Prepare to hear the word priest stuff a lot.
Yeah, a lot of priest stuff happening. A lot of probably pretty accurate prayers.
Mm-hmm.
We glossed over the fact that communion, as in the body and blood of Christ, is essentially cannibalizing a man while he's alive.
It sure is.
11 of his friends just eat him and drink him.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey, yeah. We just show a whole little. I don't know why we have to see the priest do priest stuff, but he's not.
Mm-hmm.
He's there doing priest stuff.
Fucking gets spat. Gets his face disrespectfully spat in with disgusting green loogie, like it came from the depths of her lungs. Disgusting. Gross.
Yeah.
Get called a cocksucker a lot, like a lot, and also
well, there's an invite is passed out.
Yes, that's right.
To stick your cock up her ass.
Yes.
If you want to.
But when he doesn't take her up on the offer, well, it must be because he's gay. Or at least that's her assumption. When she calls him a faggot.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
1973, everybody.
I wasn't listening. I did not hear that. That's a lot.
You know that it's pre-AIDS because you could still use that word.
Oh God. And then I believe she also informs the priest that his mother sucks cocks in hell.
That's right.
Which is one of my favorite lines.
And flicking her tongue around as if she's the one who wants the oral.
Oh my God, yeah. So the priest, the exorcist is reading out of the Bible, and she's like, I just wrote, the priest is reading Bible stuff while she does horrible tongue things.
Yeah, she's trying to do She's trying to make that four-leaf clover thing that some people can do.
So another scary face flash happens.
Great.
And at some point he tries to stick his priest cloth on her face, and she just lets puke flow onto it, and he does nothing. He's just like, yeah, that's where the puke goes.
All right, cool.
Here, priest, go wash this bullshit for me.
He does a horrible job. It's stained for the rest of the movie. And he barely washes that. What's it called? A cassock?
I don't. A cloth.
Yeah,
I don't know. And he does a horrible job washing it, and the priest puts it right in his mouth the second he hands it back to him. Fucking smooches that thing hard.
Kisses that vomit. How many times do we got to sit here and watch two men yell about the power of Christ? That happens for a very long time in this movie.
I wrote The Exorcist is out of carrots and sticks, and is now just and now he's screaming, "Get the fuck out of this lady!"
Yeah. She floats above the bed, and then she goes back down, and one of the priests gets on the bed to tie her hands and legs, and the other one just stands there and lets him get Goro slammed from the back.
Does he ever?
Holy fuck. And he just lets that. He's like, yeah, we shouldn't have got so close.
Yeah, apparently the power of Christ didn't compel her that much, because she still has that demon strength.
Fuck.
Donkey Kong bonks him.
There's a spot where you think the exorcism is really working well because there's a glow from inside the room and she's silhouetted by it. Both her hands are untied. They're free. Next shot, tied right up.
Well, yeah.
Next consecutive shot, tied right up.
Is this where you get the shot of the dick demon for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's on her knees looking at the dick demon.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hands free.
Yep.
Next second, no, they're not.
Well,
cool.
Also,
not during the climax of your movie is not the greatest time to have a continuity flaw. That's all I'm saying.
That's fair. And also your house is falling apart.
Yes.
It's there's an earthquake happening. Nobody really cares.
We're gonna go out into the stairwell and just have a quick chat, though.
Yeah, let's take a break.
It's fine. William Friedkin's favorite fucking thing is a slow zoom and then an extreme close up. He loves that shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, he loves it.
That's how they introduced the priest from a mile away.
Yep, that's how they introduce everything in the movie.
So, yeah, they're taking their break. At this point, Jay, there is 10 minutes left in the movie.
Yeah.
And the mother comes out and goes, "Is it done yet?" I had the same thought. Are we done? Is it done yet? And he's like, "No, I'm going to go look at your daughter.
I'm going to look right at her alone in the room."
And at this point, ring, the cop is here too.
Yeah, and it's just him. I don't even know how to describe his face, but it's not a happy one.
Well, he's a cop, and he's having a rough time investigating this dead body.
It's like he stepped in dog shit on the way over. That's what that face is.
The murder, this murder where the only suspect is a sick little girl who could not have done it.
Yeah,
but she did.
Although the doctor's like, she got super strength because, she's stressed. Well, if I can lift a car out of a lake, I could probably snap a guy's neck all the way around.
That's the power of Satan. So
fucking Karras goes into the room by himself, and it's just his fucking mom on the bed, like the creepy old bitch from The Shining.
Yep.
Just the creepiest fucking mom.
And she's speaking Greek?
Yeah.
Or Italian? I'm not
I
sure.
think Greek. I'm pretty sure Greek.
I think also the Exorcist is just dead.
Yeah, he dies.
He's just dead.
It's cool.
Yep.
I don't think the proper method of CPR is to try and pound a hole through a man's chest.
Oh, you want to turn his ribs to dust.
Apparently.
That's how you get the heart beating again.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, you really just want to fist fuck this guy's heart into working again. Don't blow air into his lungs. Just punch and punch and punch.
Holy fuck.
And punch he does.
Like you're trying to pulverize dough. So he finds the fucking exorcist dead because the exorcist, he couldn't stop talking about his fucking mother. So he gets, how bad of a priest do you have to be to get kicked out of an exorcism? This is the exorcism takes a bit of a turn into Fight Club. I don't know what step of the ritual involves punching a child in the face multiple times. But damn it, it seemed to work.
Again, like I said, out of carrots, out of sticks.
Yeah, that's fine. All we have left is punching. And demand come into me, which is ironically what Reagan was saying earlier.
Not quite. I mean, she was at least...
Men.
And she didn't specify where that happens. Just, you know.
I think it's probably dealer's choice.
This cop grabs Reagan and just lays like several good punches and be like, and he's just, did I call him a cop?
Because, you did, a priest.
Well, he might as well be a cop. He's punching a child.
That's true.
I would have loved for like the mom to like walk in like, what the fuck? Have you been doing this the entire time?
This explains everything.
Is everybody doing this to her? Is this what child care is?
It's just various forms of physical discipline. Fucking priest sacrifices himself by becoming the host of this demon, which, I mean, I don't know why the demon was so willing. It was having such a good time in there.
Yeah.
But sure.
I mean, he invited him in.
Mm-hmm. And it's like a vampire, dude. Once they're in, they're in.
And so his solution to this is just to throw himself out the fucking window.
Yeah. Good thing his priest friend, though, was there in time to ask him if he wanted to confess after being bludgeoned by concrete.
Yeah. Hey, let me do your last rites real quick. Hey, don't die yet.
Do you want to confess anything? Or?
And like he squeezes his hand, and then I think he like feeds him a confession. He's like, is that your confession?
Yeah. His hand is also like fucked right up.
Oh, well, yeah. He flew out a second-story window and rolled down like 8 flights of concrete stairs. Everyone's a goddamn priest. That's what I thought anyway.
So, and then, that's like, I mean, fast forward to we're moving out of this fucking house, probably because we're kicked out by the butlers.
Yeah,
for doing all of this.
There's been several homicides on our back steps.
And the upstairs is ruined.
The smell of pea soup is never going to leave these bed sheets.
The fucking, the one remaining priest fucking shows up. He was like in the movie for like 5 fucking seconds. The guy that put dude to bed when he was drunk on Shivas that he also brought over. So like, it's your fault. And Reagan, upon being introduced to this man for the first time, kisses him on the cheek. Now, again, inappropriate physical contact with strangers who are adult.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
All right? The whole movie. He finds a necklace that the priest was wearing and just gives it to the woman. Like, why would you keep that? Why would you keep a trinket from the most traumatizing experience of your life?
The woman finds it, tries to give it to him. He's like, I don't fucking want that.
Right, like in the bedroom.
It's probably where the demon is.
Exactly. Well, if it's that fucking coin that old man's McGee from Iraq found, then absolutely it is.
She gives him, he's like, no.
Not for me.
No.
We're good.
And then they drive away.
Yep. End movie.
End movie. Oh, no, the cop goes, hey, priest.
Oh, yeah, how's it going? Oh, they're gone? All right, well, I need a movie buddy still, and I just love going to the film with priests,
Now,
apparently.
here's a movie. You want to go see this one? Who's in it?
Same thing. Like, dick. Is every priest a dick about movie? That's just like the, on Tumblr, there is a code for when you see somebody that you also suspect is on Tumblr.
Okay.
I like your shoelaces. Thank you. Obama gave them to me. At least it's something like that. Anyway.
Tumblr's fucking stupid.
I'm wondering if the priest code for, like, if you get asked to see a movie is to ask who the actors are and then just say you've seen it regardless of whether or not you have.
You're not going to see a lot of movies that way.
No.
You're not going to make a lot of friends declining movie invites.
So we settle on lunch instead.
Yeah.
I want to point out that at no point was that staircase caution taped off. 2 people died on it within a week.
Maybe make it maybe just get rid of the stairs.
Yeah. Just do a hill.
If that was anywhere else, yeah, they would have been like, all right. But it's America. We need to get up there still.
Fuck. So that's The Exorcist, though.
Yeah, that's The Exorcist. Famous set of stairs kills 2 people. I think, right? Is it the stairs are like the
stairs are the real murderer.
Yeah. I mean, they are. But isn't it like the stairs like the famous thing? Where it's like, look at the exorcism
Probably.
stairs?
I don't know.
I'm probably making shit up. I think it's the hat.
Well, because it's on the front cover. Like, the guy shows up and it's like illuminated by one singular street light. And I don't even think that shot's in the movie.
No, I don't think it is.
I give it a 7.5 though.
Give it a 7.5?
Yeah. Because, like, it's an enjoyable watch.
Yeah.
It's hard to articulate because you're just describing scenes.
You're literally describing, like, go to church.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They do that at a girl. For like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I give it a 7.
All right.
I
At least
liked
we're on
it.
the same page.
I liked it. Not good for the podcast though.
No.
Definitely watch it, but I don't think we did it justice.
No, you can't, really. You know? I'd just probably be boring as fucking 5 hours long.
All right.
What the fuck you got for me here?
I got movies. I got movies for you. I got themes.
Okay.
3 themes.
I'm ready.
We got priests who don't like being priests.
Okay.
We've got exorcisms and demons.
Okay.
We got actors experiencing real life horror and their children.
That's obviously the one I want.
That's the one.
Fuck yeah.
That's the one you want.
It is. The look that you're giving me right now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. We are going to watch one of my favorite films.
Is it The Toxic Avenger?
Oh, no, I'm not watching that guy fuck.
All right, good.
I'm not going to watch that foam puppet get his dick wet.
How about Diner Rape? You want to watch that?
And I don't want to watch that either.
Yeah, me neither. I'm good.
So here, let me give you the ones you didn't choose.
Sure.
And then let me reveal to you the fucking magic we're experiencing next week.
Okay, let's go. I'm ready.
Priests who don't want to be priests.
Yep.
Signs.
Knew it.
Exorcisms and demons.
Yeah.
The Conjuring.
Okay. Insidious is on the list of that last week, so it makes sense.
What we're gonna watch though?
Yeah.
Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not even sure I've seen it.
Get ready for Freddy Krueger IRL, but way more intense.
Is that the one with the beach and he puts glasses on?
No.
Okay.
This is the one where he doesn't make jokes and he's all business.
All right.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
it's good. It's good.
As long as it's not fucking Jackie Earl Haley's beady little eyes looking at me.
No.
I'm happy.
It's like the original actress from the first movie and Freddy Krueger's bothering her in real life.
Okay.
It's so
All right.
good.
Let's fucking go. It's
All
been a while
right.
since we did a Nightmare or Friday, so that's cool.
Fucking next week.
Grindhouse Movie Club. Watch The Exorcist.